somebody tell me what infer means? Gerard? Can you say that a little louder? Can you stand up and say that? Very good. That sounds like the definition, the exact definition I gave. So use context clues to figure out exactly what the story is trying to teach us. So today we're going to talk about identifying the theme of a poem. So it's the same concept, but it is a little different. So go ahead and open your spiral notebooks to a blank page. That should already be already. So, if you have your notebook, open it up. If you don't, take out a blank sheet of paper. We're moving quickly. So, our new information involves identifying the theme of a poem. So, on your computers as well, the presentation that I have up here on the board is also in front of you. So, we are on Nearpod currently. So, that same presentation is up on your computer. Now, with identifying a poem, it's the same concept, just like I said. But if you notice up here, identifying the theme of a poem helps us understand the deeper meaning of a poem. And I've underlined those two words, deeper meaning. So we're familiar with moral, lesson, all of those key terms, but deeper meaning is important when it comes to a poem. So listen or follow along as I read this that's in front of you. On one level, a poem may share a poet's thoughts and findings or feelings about a simple experience. On another level, the poet's words suggest a deeper meaning or the theme of the poem. A poet usually won't state the theme, so that's nothing new. So just like I said in a story, the theme will not be outright stated. We have to use our inferencing to figure out what they want us to learn. Instead, you must connect the poem's details to a message about life and how to live it. To discover the theme of a poem, think of what it mostly tells us about and the ideas shared by the poet. Then dig deeper. Ask yourself, how do details in the poem connect to a larger life lesson? So Tuesday, when we had our T-chart, we had those 4 questions with the details in them from the story. And we had to think about what are all these details working together to teach us. So the same thing. So we're going to identify the important details in the story and figure out what they're trying to teach us. So we're going to read this poem right here that's called Roads. Is the poem in front of you? Okay, so on your computer you have the poem in front of you. So what I want you to do is I'm going to read the poem to you, and after I read it, I want you to circle or underline any places that it says a road may take us. Everybody understand that? So as we read, we're trying to figure out or identify where a road could possibly take us, because that's going to help us when we talk about starting our steps to determining the theme. All right? Everybody following? Is everybody following? Yes. All right. So here we go. A road might lead to anywhere, to harbor towns and quays, or to a witch's pointed house, hidden by bristly trees. It might lead past the tailor's door, where he sews with needle and thread, or by Miss Pym, the milliner's, with her hats for every head. It might be a road to a great dark cave, with treasure and gold piled high, or a road with a mountain tied to its end, blue humped against the sky. Oh, a road might lead you anywhere, to Mexico or Maine, but then it might just fool you and lead you back home again. So, now on your device, you have the poem in front of you. I want you to underline or circle all of the places that it tells us that a road can take us. So underline on your computers, underline or circle all of the roads that it says, all the places that it says a road may take us. So take about a minute and a half to do that. Go back through the whole poem and underline or circle all the places that a road may take you. And talk with your neighbors to see if you're finding the same information. All right, once you have it, make sure you hit submit so that I can see your work up here on the board.
Yeah, where Miss, yeah.
You got 30 more seconds.
Yeah, the witch's pointed house. Yes, I found that. And then I found the Miss Pim food and then the dark cave and mountain tide.
About 20 more seconds.
A mountain tide to space and
I only see a couple of people submitted. So make sure you submit so that I can see
Mexico.
what you have circled or underlined. Now, I see right here, some people have the whole stanza or paragraph circled. So that, I'm looking for specific details. Not the whole, not each stanza, but specific details. All right, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So just about everybody has submitted. So go ahead and submit what you underlined so far. All right, so let's see. I'm going to click on Gerard. Let's see. So Gerard has, maybe it's a little small up here. Now Gerard, I see that you have highlighted almost every line in this story. So specifically tell me a place that it says a road can take you. So this is also another point of following instructions. So all I wanted to see was specific places, the name of a place or a location that it says a road can take you. So let's see who's next. Anaya, read for us one place that you underlined. Back home, very good. Thumbs up if you underlined back home too. Very good. So eventually with all these places that it mentions, it can also take you back home. Very good. Sasha, give me a place. Say it louder. Okay, what does it say in that whole sentence? It says Mexico and where? Very good. So Mexico or Maine. All right, Orlando, give me another place. Okay, to a witch's house. Very good. Let me call 2 more people. Kayla. Okay, a tailor's door. Very good. A tailor's door. One more. Deasia. Okay, to a mountain. Very good. So, the importance of us talking about all of that is roads can do what? So now let's kind of look up at our chart. Let's just talk about it. So, now it's telling us those places that it tells us a road can take us. Let's think about this question. What is this poem mostly about? So if we were doing this on our paper, but we're just talking about it right now, what is this poem mostly about? Kyla.
How roads can take you anywhere.
Okay, so roads can take you anywhere, but let's think about the type of places that they told us. What kind of places can it, how could you describe, what's the adjective that could describe all these places that they told us? So roads can take us to what kind of places? I want to hear a descriptive word that can describe the type of places they can take us. So we have Mexico, Maine, a witch's house, let's see, a mountain, harbors. It can take us to what kind of places? Carmen, help her out. Okay, different states or countries, but think about all the places I just listed. A witch's house, countries, harbors, those places are what? Kamars. They're, okay, but I'm looking for a descriptive word. That's an adjective. What word can describe these? Let's go back to Tyler. Okay, so different. What's another word for different? So if I say Anaya's jacket is kind of different. Okay, unique can take us to unique. Is there another word we can think of? Unique and Ruby?
Peculiar.
Oh, peculiar. What does peculiar mean, Ruby?
Strange.
Strange. Okay, very good, because the witch's house is kind of strange. So we're going to say Rose can take us, and that gave us, for the people that might not know what that means, that's a new word for us to use. So Rose can take us to unique and peculiar places. So we're going to pause right there. But tomorrow, when we do our constructive response, this can be some information that we may use when we do our writing. So what I want you to think about, we know right now that the poem is mostly about Rose can take us to unique and peculiar places. Now, we do need to finish the rest of the chart, but along with this detail, we want to know what can this teach us in our own lives. So now we're starting to build our details to help us do what? What's that word that we talked about? These details are going to help us infer. Very good. So once we infer how all of these details that we're going to fill in, then we're going to determine the theme of our poem. So very good job. So just